Okay, so I'm back in the garage, detailing. Actually, I'm just going to wash today, but I wanted to give everybody an update on where I've been, what I've been up to, and where I think things are going. I've been talking a lot about 2017 on the private Facebook group and various posts I've made. And so the first couple of weeks of the year, I've been spending a lot of time getting things set up and getting efficiencies set up so that I can basically make videos all day, every day. So I'm going to take you through where I'm at and do what I normally do and talk while I'm washing a car. And so I need to fill up my car shampoo bottle. Honestly, this will be the first car wash I've done this year. I haven't washed any cars. I haven't really been out here very much. I've been working on various things. One of them being my network and the security system that I'm going to be putting out here. Secondly was I wanted to get inventory, and I'll tell you more about that. I wanted to get inventory squared away so that I can start offering various detailing products. We'll spend some time talking about that today. Microfiber, you notice I already have a different microfiber towel here, so I've got some changes in microfiber. If you guys follow me on Instagram, you've noticed some sales and some towels, some of my old towels. Thank you for you guys that follow me. I sold both sets of towels in 30 seconds or less, which is humbling considering how much work I've had to do in the past to try to sell something. And so I've been working on inventory, and then because now Obsessed Garage for me is an actual business, making a business. So shoot, I put too much in there, which I'll need to dump out anyway. Onto this. And so last year I had formed the business, applied for some trademarks and things like that. But actually running a retail business has thrown me for a loop. And so, doing things like inventory and managing the things that go with that have been a learning experience for me. So I'll talk you through what that looks like. And then I just took some time to. It's not like I've been slacking. It's not like I haven't been doing anything. I've been working like a machine to build both my wealth management business and Obsessed Garage, create the content that you guys want to watch, and then creating efficiencies around being able to do that as much as humanly possible. Oops. As always, using Adam's shampoo in my MTM PF22, which I got my first shipment in. They're actually behind us here. I'm finalizing the pressure washing, foaming, lance, spray gun packages. So that's also what I wanted to talk a little bit about today. I'll just fill this up and then we'll come back to it. I'm not going to need it in a few minutes anyway. So all of that, the packages are coming out very, very soon, which I'm super pumped about. Probably need a little bit more on here. So let's get the car out of the car capsule. I still don't have my GT3 back yet, so I'll also have to give you some updates on that as well. But we're going to wash a GT350 today. leave the car capsule open because I'll be putting the car back in. So we're going to be using my new Mosmatic setup. So we won't need this for washing the wheels. 20-inch wand. Now I have all stainless connects to match all the stainless parts, as well as the Mosmatic spray gun with the built-in swivel. So I have ultimate swivel capabilities without the hose getting all tangled up. So I'm testing out my new lens here. So I've got a 10 to 22 millimeter f3.5 to whatever it is. So I'm going to test out the new lens and see how the wide angle does, so I can get in a little closer. One of the issues I have out here with washing cars is that the background is blown out, and then the, so if I can get in a little tighter, get the camera a little closer, and then go a little wider angle, I don't have as many issues with the background blowing out. One's the Einzet Color Tech wheel cleaner. And I'm on my new Griot stool. I don't know, I think I kind of like it. It's certainly moving around much smoother than my old Craftsman. And these are RDP wheel brushes. RDP from Amazon. So, I was talking about in the beginning of the video some of the things that I have going on that have occupied my time over the last few weeks. I've spent a lot of time and effort making, the shirt that I'm wearing, and making the, basically creating shirts that I want to wear. And then what sparked, what came out of that was then, not only do I want to wear them, but my guess was that other people would probably want to wear them too. And with that comes inventory. And so I didn't have books set up. And I knew that this would be something I would probably want to do, but I didn't realize how significant it would become as quickly as it has. Since there are so many people watching this stuff, which has been just insanely humbling. And so what I talk about a lot is time and creating different efficiencies to make sure that I can do everything that I want to do and not be stressed out about it. And so that's what I've been doing over the last 3 or 4 weeks, getting that process dialed in. And now, the next step is making sure that I can add other product to it and not have losses, not have issues, and then be able to offer, things like this, pressure washer package as well. So I spent a lot of time on that. That's really all I wanted to say about it. That was a big step in getting things organized so that I can focus on what I enjoy doing, which is detailing cars and driving cars and messing around with garage related stuff. Let's go on to the next wheel and we'll talk about some other stuff. As I have this vision of offering up what I'm using. But basically what I'm going to create is an avenue where you can buy, the What's Matt Using package. I'm going to start slow, and so, you guys that have an interest in this, can certainly, that would rather not do all the research and just let me do it, which I enjoy doing so much, can use my findings, use what I'm using, and not have to go shopping around all over the place for that. So there's going to be a whole massive video series that I'm going to come out with, product specific. I know many of you ask me for product reviews, so instead of this being reviews, it's going to be how-tos. How do I use this stuff? And do it in package form. So I'm going to break this down into, I think it's 13 or 14 different categories of every possible detailing product that I use. It'll also be available a la carte, so you'll be able to buy, like if many of you guys that have been the biggest fans probably already have, or the biggest supporters I should say. I don't know that anybody's really a fan. Just those of you that are involved in the community. If there's some stuff that you already have, then maybe you want to buy it from me. Again, my intent is not to create a retail detailing store. There's so many of those that already exist. I'm not interested in that. What I'm interested in is providing almost a consulting-like solution to everybody who has an interest in it, to save people the time and effort of shopping around all over the place. I've done that to a small extent on my website with just links through Amazon click-throughs or links to Detailer's Domain or some other site. But it's still hard, if you're just not, if you're not that interested in it. I know some of you guys that watch it couldn't fathom that, but many are interested in keeping their car clean and detailed and would like to use what I'm using, but aren't like hyper interested in it like we are, or some of us that are really into detailing. They want to be able to buy the stuff and they don't want to have to click through all kinds of places. I know I probably would have purchased it, but I'm not going to do it in one big expensive package. There are going to be multiple packages: a car washing package, a sports car finishing package, a polishing package, a bucket package. So there's going to be all of these different products, and then again, you can go down the list and buy everything, piece by piece if you wanted to. But that's coming. So I wanted to get the inventory control set up so that I can handle doing that and making sure that stuff doesn't disappear. And making sure that things are tracked properly, making sure that I'm ordering inventory, and so I don't run out of stuff if people are buying it. And so the package stuff, I think the things that you guys are going to be most interested in is not even the availability of the package, but the videos that come with it. So I'm going to have video after video after video after video of the packages and what they include, and then how-tos, how do you use it. And maybe I may even create some exclusive videos that you would get if you purchased it, so that you get access to a listing. Again, I never talk about how to do it. It's just how I do it, and the packages are going to be very much based on that philosophy. And so, inventory, having that set up is important. I'm going to go do the other sides, and then we'll come back here in a minute. So the general theme is going to be more and more and more videos, lots and lots and lots of product specific videos, lots of updates on what products I'm using, and then the videos to come with it. So lots and lots and lots of videos, because that's what I enjoy doing the most. And so I took lots of measures to get set up so that I can focus on that. Because that's what I like doing the most. Hopefully people like watching them. Yeah, this swivel is a game changer, the integrated swivel. Gets rid of some of the bulk on the hose, on the end of the hose, but still gives me all the functionality of the swivel to make sure that under pressure this thing isn't all bound up. Get our buckets ready to go. Always fill up the rinse bucket first. So the other video stuff that's coming is massive. I'm going to be doing a massive full correction, coating, interior, bed liner, everything. The entire Raptor is going to get a complete multi-stage detail, multi-step correction and everything. So that's probably going to be 20 videos or so. I'm going to start that this weekend. So I'll probably start that on Friday. And so I'll take you through the whole process of getting the Raptor dialed in and I'm going to use Sequart's TiO2. So that's a series that's coming. My GT3, my GT3 is still at the dealer. We're just waiting on the harness. I can't do anything until the harness comes from Germany, so then they can cut and splice the harness. And then the GT3 is going to get a full maintenance detail as well, which I haven't done in over a year. Not to mention it's been sitting outside up at the dealer, which really kind of stinks because the car's never been outside overnight before. So there's the foam cannon set up. Now to get the pressure washer ready for rinsing later after we're done washing. Pretty simple setup. Back under pressure, good to go. We got a rinse bucket ready. Let's get the soap bucket. So I got my usual Adams car shampoo. I'm waiting to finalize the pressure washer package, which I should have finalized here in a few days, to then start tackling the bucket package. Dealing with some of these obscure companies like Mosmatic is tricky and not easy. So it takes a while to get things done, and no one operates on my obsessed time. The other thing that I started on that really you guys shouldn't care about for a while until it's done, probably in the next 3 months or so, is obsessedgarage.com, which will house everything. So there'll be a one-stop place, one-stop shop to go to find all this stuff, to find videos, to find podcasts, to find anything you want to find about whatever the heck I'm producing, in combination with the forum. And so the forum comes around the same time as the new website will launch, which will probably be 3-4 months from now. We'll see. I need to stop making promises on time frames and just release it when I release it. That's the tricky part when I'm sharing this process with you, sharing my life with you, my car guy life, which is my life, I guess. And in doing that, sometimes some things work out, sometimes they don't. The forum's only going to be as great as you guys that join it and contribute to it. I'm going to create the organization. I'm going to create the site. I'm going to create the threads. But without you guys creating the content, then there really won't be much to it. It really won't last very long. So all that credit is going to be due to, or go to, you guys that create it, create the content and share your life. Share what's going on in your garage, and I'll work on just providing it to you, gathering us all together, and that's my role in the forum. So my guess would be, again, forum will be out in similar time frame to the website. I literally launched the project with what I deem to be my obsessed counterpart in web design yesterday. What I'm going to be doing, I'm doing lots of video, lots of writing, lots of connecting, lots of hopefully managing people's money that are part of Obsessed Garage. And then hopefully others will come along for the ride, enjoy, contribute, and be a part of it as well. The other thing that I would like to spend a lot of time on this year is improving my video content, improving what it looks like. So tomorrow I'm going to Mobile Tech. I'll carry my camera with me, make a video, and then Friday, after a day, whatever time I need to put in at the office, I'll have a video coming, a video series coming of the Raptor dialing in project. Switch the pressure washer over to deionized. Turn this valve on so the water comes straight through. Turn this valve off, and then it'll come through the deionizer only. So this is what I will be doing in 2017. I will have a new website, a completely integrated and hopefully very useful forum for all to contribute that are a part of this community. I will have our podcast, which I think will continue to become very successful. I also think that I'll have several sponsors to help make that worth our while on the podcast. I'm going to have an entire solution of packages or of product packages that will support everything that I'm doing in the videos. All the videos will have annotations, links, connections to where you can get that stuff. I will build the garage this year. I've decided, no matter what, I'm going to make that happen. So that will be a extremely, hopefully extremely useful and extremely fun project. I'm going to, after I finish the detailing series here, I'm going to start to modify this car. So exhaust, headers, whatever, intake, tune, whatever else seems to improve performance, springs, wheels. So I'm going to start working on that probably in the next couple of months. So anyway, 2017 is going to be a big year for me, for Obsessed Garage, for I think us together. I honestly believe we can change the world. There's so much car content now. There's so many car guys out there. We're, I think, very different than the generalist car guy. And so my intention is to lead us, which then in turn will lead a subsector of the car guy market, if you will. And I'm gonna obsess over it, and I'm gonna make it great. And finally, I'm going to have a solution. I already have a solution for car guys and portfolio management and financial planning that nobody else has. Nobody else obsesses like I do. And I'm just now coming to grips that what I do and what I have and what's in my head isn't, again, it isn't better. So don't misconstrue my comments here. It's just very different and very unique. And so me being able to tell that story through obsessedwealth.com, through different social media outlets, I'm going to do my best to change the world. So anyway, thanks for watching. The GT350 is nice and clean. I'll pull it back in the showcase. I'm going to take it down tomorrow to Mobile Tech. And as always, stay tuned for lots of crazy. Thanks for watching. Because what happens when the force pulls you back, your foot naturally comes off the gas. You have to keep your foot to the floor.